Oh wow, what a lovely day. Welcome back to the show. This is not going away. I know you want it to, but no, it's not going away. Let's talk about what happened recently. And there's also good news because my computer has not restarted in the last couple of days. Why is that interesting, you might ask? Well, it's because it started out in January, the whole thing, and it kept restarting, especially during meetings. And that's not very good when you have a meeting with a client and just the whole thing restarts. And I suspected that there might be a hardware problem in there. You know, computer consists of many different parts: processor, RAM, a motherboard, a PSU, a power delivery unit, and hard drives and all that sort of stuff. And I kept replacing parts. And then a friend of mine suggested that, hey, why not reinstall Windows? Because I use Windows on the computer. And since then, it hasn't restarted. Which begs an interesting question. Has Windows become almost good? That's the big question. Because apparently it made me forget that you do need to reinstall Windows from time to time because it goes dead. Obviously, in the era of Windows 98, it was almost a bi-monthly exercise to reinstall Windows because it died. Lately, this went away. The 21st century. That's what we are living in. It's amazing and brilliant. An operating system that works. Well, almost. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Secret is that I play some video games. Not just on weekends, but during weekdays. I know. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about hard drives. Those of you who regularly use hard drives, aka regular hard drive users, you might have noticed that there are two types of these bad boys. One is called the HDD, the old type of hard drive, and the other one is called the SSD. I know, it starts with SS, it's brilliant, but it's not related to Germany in any sort of way. SSDs are much more expensive, so why would anyone buy SSD? Like me, for instance. Well, the truth is that SSDs are expensive for a reason, and that reason is they are very, very fast. At least 10 to maybe 50 times faster than a regular hard drive, HDD. And why is that important, you might ask? Well, you didn't ask, but I did. The much-awaited answer is that whenever you play games, and now the two threads of this conversation have tied together, if that makes sense. So when you play games, you need something that is really, really wicked fast. Every game consists of some stuff that you need to put from the hard drive to the RAM, because the RAM is, again, really, really fast. But is it faster than an SSD? Well, yeah, and also it's kind of historic that computers use RAM. So, whatever. This is getting out of hand. Long story short, I purchased an SSD some time ago, and I was wondering how much it would affect gameplay in the sense of loading times, taking the assets from the hard drive and putting that into the RAM. And, well, yeah, as you would expect, it helps. Getting fuel into the car is such a dreadful experience. It's the waiting, it's the going there and get the fuel part. That's what gets me. Why can't we have nuclear-powered cars? Then of course it would be dreadful to go to get fuel every 20 years, but it's much better than every month. Really. Nuclear. Well, it wasn't that particularly bad. I just have to get used to these kind of things. There's a warm-up period. It takes only about 3-4 hours to complete the quest. But there you go, easy as pie. Now, after that, I was admittedly very hungry, so I decided to make some Hungarian stuff, and that thing is called macok. Might have talked about it before, I can't remember. Basically, this is a potato-based, very simple dish, and here is an example of how you can try to make it. Today on MasterChef Chris, only on Cow TV. Phew, wow, that was very good. So, an update on the computer situation. I know you said that it was sort of fixed, and then my computer no longer has issues. Unfortunately, that in that form is not true, because apparently now it does not restart at all, but rather randomly it freezes and nothing moves, which is equally bad. So we'll see what happens. It did it only once, so I'm not expecting it to repeat it many times, and hopefully will be fine, but who knows. So on that thought, the question is, I guess I have to people, do you ever fix your computer? I know that if you are someone who does not really work with computers, that could be quite scary. But have you ever tried it? Would you ever? Well, today was a less funny but more educational episode. And of course, since this series is going downhill, it will hit rock bottom around episode 10, then maybe in the future it will pick itself up again. But until then, on this quite terrible disappointment, it is time to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching.